Hi, I'm an estate planning attorney, and I walk my clients through the trust administration process all the time. So you'd think that when my mom passed, I'd have everything perfectly set up. And while we did some things really well, like using an online vault and hiring a home organizer, there were a few things that I missed or that went sideways that I really want you to learn from. From who gets the cat to what to do with your tangible personal property, here's what I wish had gone a little bit differently. And if you want more behind the scenes insights like this, make sure you've signed up for our newsletter. We share real life lessons that you won't learn anywhere else. So my mom, Nancy Reinstein, was an incredible woman. She was passionate about helping others with their health, and she loved connecting people with each other. Unfortunately, she recently passed away from cancer at age 80. And as the family estate planning attorney, I got to do the trust administration. So here are some things that we did right. First of all, we used an online vault. We made sure that all of my mom's asset information and all of her contact information for her financial advisors and other professionals was held in one place. This is part of our trust maintenance program at Cookman Law, and my mom was one of our first test cases for this online vault. It went great. During my mom's lifetime, we worked together to enter her asset information and everything else that needed to be stored there, and also who to contact regarding those assets. So when my mom passed, I knew exactly what she had and who to work with. It was super helpful. During the trust administration process for other clients, I see my clients scrambling around trying to figure out who should they call? What do their parents own? Maybe they're waiting by the mailbox to find out, which statements are going to come in. Why was there a K-1 issued for that particular asset? Where did it come from? We didn't have problems like that at all. So that's really good. We also had a wonderful celebration of life for my mom. We had it in a beautiful location in my mom's town, and many of her friends attended. It was really a wonderful time. Unfortunately, I had overlooked telling a few family members and friends about the event. They were very understanding, but it would have been really helpful if my mom had put together a list of everybody that she wanted to be there. I still felt bad that I had missed calling them. So I encourage you to have your family members write out a comprehensive list of everyone who needs to be notified of their death and invited to a celebration of life or a memorial service, so you can make sure that everyone's together to celebrate. Another thing we did well is that we hired a home organizer. During the last few years of my mom's life, she was really trying to clean out her home and get rid of things, but she was more of a pack rat, and it was hard to actually get things out of the garage. Also, my mom lived several hours away from me. So after she passed, it would have been a lot of work to try to drive down every weekend and clean up things and try to sort everything out on my own. And I'm an only child, so it would have just been left up to me. Now keep in mind, I also have 2 kids and I'm running a business, right? Cookman Law. So I'm pretty busy. Also, I'm not experienced at this sort of sorting things out. I may do the legal side, but I don't really know the organizing side. So we hired somebody local to my mom's area to help sort out everything in her home, clear it all out. It was beautiful. This was totally worth the money, and I recommend it to everybody. Hire a home organizer. And I'm going to put on the screen a few home organizers that I know in California in different areas who I think do a fabulous job. Now, I ask you to add in the comments any home organizers that you know who would also like to throw their hat in the ring so everybody has access to this incredible service.
Did you know my mom has a monthly newsletter where she shares helpful information? Click below to join.
Now let's talk about the things that went sideways. First of all, the cat. So my mom had a partner. When he was still alive, he had kind of adopted a cat named Mufti, and when my mom's partner passed away 3 or 4 years ago, Mufti adopted my mom. So Mufti lived with my mom, but my mom hadn't planned out what happens to Mufti when she was gone. So when she passed away, the neighbor took care of Mufti, but that was not a long-term solution. When we were trying to find a placement for Mufti, it turns out that Mufti had some pretty serious health issues. So ultimately we were unsuccessful in finding a placement. It was really sad. So I encourage you, please write out where you want your pets to go. make sure that they get to the right place. All right, the other thing that went sideways was the tangible personal property distribution. I originally really wanted to give my mom's personal property out to her friends who wanted it. I thought, oh, I'll have an open house, kind of like an estate sale where people could come by and pick up the items they wanted. But unfortunately, the place where my mom was living just didn't lend itself to that. She was kind of out in the boonies a bit. There was a steep driveway and only like 3 parking spots up at the top of the hill. So it would have been really hard to bring moving trucks up there, and it would have been an imposition on the surrounding neighborhood. So instead, we decided to do an online auction. This process started out well. Someone came over and took pictures of my mom's items and they put little labels on them. But unfortunately, there was a big delay in starting the auction, and ultimately we couldn't move forward with it. We ended up donating a lot of the items to a local assisted living facility for the elderly, which is great. But I think it would have been even better to know who my mom wanted each of her items to go to. So please write out a list of your tangible personal property and specify where you want each item to go, so then the successor trustee knows who to give all that to and who would most appreciate it. Finally, let me give you a little inside peek about disposition of remains for my mom. So my mom did a great job in purchasing a cremation plan, and she gave me a card with all the information that I would need, so when she passed, I could look at that card and just call the number and it would all be taken care of. I was so grateful to my mom for doing this. But here's the thing. In my mom's last few years of life, she started attending a local Chabad in her area and observing more Jewish traditions. Now, this was a beautiful thing, but here's the thing. Her rabbi really wanted her to be buried in the Jewish tradition, which basically you have to be buried within 3 days of your death. And apparently my mom had verbally expressed to a few people that she would be okay with burial, but she never provided for it or spoke with my aunt or I about it. And when we spoke with her, she said, no, she wants to be cremated. She wants to go with her initial plan. Well, unfortunately, this led to a very awkward and unwelcoming conversation with the rabbi in the hallway of the hospital where my mom was staying. It just didn't go that well. So here's the lesson from that. Make sure that your loved ones know exactly how you'd like your body to be disposed of. People have strong opinions about these things, and the clearer you can be, the better for everyone involved. Finally, just a few surprising things about the process. Being on this side of the desk, being kind of like the client, the successor trustee. I was surprised by how many documents need to be notarized. I mean, I know I prepare those documents for people, but it seemed like a whole lot. I've had to visit a notary public 3 times now. Just be prepared that trust administration is a process and it doesn't happen overnight. I was also pleasantly surprised by how many of my mom's friends came by her hospital room in her last days of life. It was really touching. She was loved by so many people. So here's the thing. Every family situation is different, and even with the best plans in place, the emotional side can catch you off guard. If you're navigating this process now, or you just want to get ahead of it, please check out our other videos on trust administration. And if you're ready for more support, click our link below to schedule an initial consultation. We're here to walk you through it.
If this video is helpful for you, share it to someone else who might benefit from it.